Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu die Stanley Parade.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Stanley,
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my
Bist du
job.
jetzt zufrieden, hä?
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Lass mich doch
Please.
einfach in Ruhe,
It's all
okay?
I want.
Dann ist alles in Ordnung,
I
okay?
want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nein, wir sind immer noch hier.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Danke. Hat mich gefreut.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ach, jetzt haben wir die Geschichte.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man.
Weil
He was
normalerweise
obviously
hätten wir jetzt wieder
crazy.
im Büro
This
landen
much
müssen.
she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Jetzt sollten wir eigentlich wieder im Büro landen, weil das Spiel fängt ja jetzt mit... Ja, genau.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Moment mal, wir könnten ja mal...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah, hier haben wir noch einen Weg. Den wir noch nicht ausprobiert haben. Glaube ich zumindest. Das Spiel ist halt ein Spiel, wo man
But
nicht so
Stanley
viel
didn't want to
muss.
go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Kann man nicht auch nach rechts gehen? Nö.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ernsthaft. Wirklich.
No, 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 not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ja,
Now,
klar.
let's see,
Komm
we went
schon.
Down, right, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ja. Oh. Warum brennt das Licht?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Nein.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, gut. Fangen wir nochmal von vorne an. Gut, jetzt müssen wir mal ganz genau schauen. Wo haben wir noch etwas
All of his co-workers
verpasst?
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
Was
the
haben
meeting
wir noch
room.
nicht
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dort drüben wäre noch eine offene Tür.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
Ey, nee,
It's
das
an
kannst du...
adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh nein, nein. Okay, Moment, da muss ich speichern. Weil jetzt haben wir definitiv die Geschichte komplett verändert. Moment. Das sind die identischen Wege. Das sind auch zwei identische Wege. Das hier ist... Das sind zwei unterschiedliche Wege. Okay, ich mache das wieder so. Ich drehe mich im Kreis und dann schließen meine Augen und dann sehen wir, wo wir landen. Okay?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Okay.
It's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Nein, nein.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, wir haben auch so ein Ende verpasst.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Das ist nicht dein Ernst, oder? Oh, wow.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Wir haben nicht das Spiel gewonnen, oder?
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Genau.
Some people win
Ja,
fair
wow.
and square, and this was not one of those
Warum
situations.
soll uns gewinnen lassen?
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Nein,
I have to restart.
nein, nicht neu schalten. Okay, wir haben die Geschichte komplett verändert.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Die Linie ist eine geschützte Marke. Moment. Wir werden... Moment, auch hier... Genau, damit wir hier zwei verschiedene Save States haben. Wir werden jetzt einmal das tun, was er sagt.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Das ist nicht dein Ernst. Komm schon. Was zur... Wo bin ich hier?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, nee. Bevor wir hier weitergehen, pausieren wir den Part und beenden das Spiel hier jetzt und sofort. Und bevor wir diese verrückte Kacke weitermachen, naja, das Spiel macht mich verrückt. Pausieren wir hier und ich hoffe, euch hat's gefallen mit diesem ganz kranken Let's Play, einem ganz kranken Spiel. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.